Hey everyone, welcome to the Carousel Show. My name is Coaster Cat, aka Roller Coaster Rider,
KD.
and we're going to do another top three this time. This is the top three rides from other Six Flags parks that we wish were at Great America. I've been to every single current Six Flags theme park, and KD has been to a couple as well. So, while Great America is one of the best parks in the chain, uh, we feel that these three rides are the things that are pushing them, preventing them from getting to the next level. Now, some of the rides that we're about to mention, the manufacturer is not around anymore, but still, based on the quality and the attraction type and the reasons why, we feel that these are Six Flags attractions that we wish were at Great America. KD, do you want to start first or do you want me to start?
You can go first.
Okay, my number three, and this is from Six Flags Over Georgia. I'm going with Mindbender. Okay, KD?
Okay.
Uh, it would be. I apologize, folks. It would be extremely tough because the manufacturer obviously declared bankruptcy in like '95 and passed away in 2001. But I mean, come on. Can you imagine if we had that instead of Demon? We would have a Schwarzkopf Speed Racer, and we would have a Schwarzkopf looping coaster with lap bars only. And to quote in the loop, uh, it amazes me all the parks that built aero, aero looping coasters in the 70s and 80s when they could have built Schwarzkopf loopers and people would still like them. Like Demon, I don't ride every single time I go to the park just because, it's not great, it's not terrible. It's just, doesn't have to be the I don't have to ride it every single time. If it was a Schwarzkopf looper with just lap bars and airtime and going upside down, then that would I would be sure to ride that as much as possible. And I can guarantee you that Kay, uh, who's short, would not have a problem with banging
Okay.
on a Schwarzkopf looper.
Well, that's good. I'm sure she would appreciate that.
You can do the next one. You can do your number three.
Number three, the Scooby Doo Dark Ride at Six Flags St. Louis.
Now we have Justice League. Why do you want the Scooby Doo Dark Ride?
Because I like it better than
Yes.
the Scooby Doo, or sorry, I like that better than Justice League.
Hmm. So you would rather have a Scooby Doo? Are, are you talking about just using Scooby Doo, or are you talking about it being in the water and shooting targets?
What do you mean?
What makes the Scooby Doo uh dark ride at St. Louis? Why is that superior to, in your opinion, to the Justice League at Great America?
Hmm. I just I like the theme different. I like Scooby better than Justice League stuff.
Hmm.
Scooby, Scooby Doo, Scooby, Scooby Doo.
I think that's based on the movies.
Where are you? Over here.
Spoiler alert: he does not make his money doing Scooby Doo voices.
Well, excuse-moi.
Okay, number 2. I'm going to. Oh. Number 2, I'm going with the Texas Sky Screamer at Six Flags Over Texas.
The Texas Skyscreamer, you say?
It's a star flyer, but
Okay.
it goes to about 400 or so. It goes up to like 400 and so feet tall. It's essentially like whirligigs, except you're like 400 feet above the ground while doing it. And uh, I don't know if this was intentional, and I'm hoping it was. There was something where one of the when I rode it, one of the cables got loose or had extra slack. So as a result, instead of just like swinging outward like this,
Mm-hmm.
uh, there's something where I kind of went like this. So I was staring at the ground 400 feet below me.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I think ever since they've been added around the chain, I am really shocked that Six Flags Great America still does not have one. So that's my number 2, the Texas Sky Screamer.
Good.
Your turn.
My number 2.
Yes.
Six Flags Over Atlanta Riverview Carousel.
Ah, yeah.
Little piece of nostalgia. In fact, today I ended up passing where it once was in its heyday in Chicago.
I've heard that you can do tours around the area of what attractions were at Riverview. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know their name and I don't know how to contact them, but I'm pretty sure they still offer that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
so
right now they have like a Mariano store and DeVry that's in the place where the park used to be. Isn't it sad?
let's see, what's my number 1? My number 1, it can either be operating or under construction. Which one should I go with?
Mm, either one is fine.
I'll go with operating. Uh, Wonder Woman Golden Lasso at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. One of those Zamperla giant discoveries.
Hmm.
It can hold the same amount of people as Revolution, 40 riders, but it swings like 147 feet, and the spinning isn't as fast or as rapid as Hoos rides, like Revolution at Great America, and the ride is much more size friendly and accommodating.
Who's
The restraints are much more comfortable,
hmm.
and when I rode it, I didn't ride I rode a similar model. I rode Black Widow at Kennywood, so my thoughts might be a little bit different of as to how it operates at Discovery Kingdom. But when I rode it, I was worried that I wasn't gonna fit. I fit in perfectly. I didn't feel I wasn't dizzy. It was a lot of fun. Um, and also when it swung out, um, I think I got weightless or something. Like, I I rose out of my seat,
Mm.
and it's not many rides do that, and yeah, it is a spinning ride, but you don't feel spinning. You don't feel like you're spinning. It's a smoother spin. And let's see, should I do an honorable mention? Should I do an honorable mention? I'll do it after your number one.
Okay.
Your number one?
Boom, 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 boom. Goliath at Six Flags Over Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but that coaster is better than, in my opinion, than Raging Bull.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar, but it's just
Is it because it's an out and back, or
probably, yeah.
Mm.
I enjoy that. Yeah, it was very fun. And that time when I rode it, it was a long wait. So I first rode it in, I want to say, I think it was the fall of 2011.
Mm. There's one over Georgia attraction that I wish I could have included, but I didn't, because I originally wanted to make the rule like you can't repeat parks.
Mm-hmm.
So you would you remove Goliath and or yeah, would you remove Raging Bull and add Goliath?
Yep.
I don't think a lot of people would complain.
I don't think so either.
So that's our top three. Do you have honorable mentions? Because I have two honorable mentions now. And when I say one of them, you're going to be like, "Duh!"
Go ahead.
Do you have honorable mentions?
And honorable mentions would be like additional ones you would
Yeah.
like? Yeah.
Name them.
No, you name yours.
Okay. Monster Mansion at Six Flags Over Georgia.
Oh, okay.
You've ridden that ride, and you picked Scooby Doo instead.
Yeah, because I like Scoob.
Come on, Monster Mansion is so much fun.
Yeah.
And the other one,
But then if I did that, it'd be like, should I just like scrape half of Six Flags in Great America and then just bring Atlanta over? I mean, Atlanta is like one of the best parks. You do have to admit.
I also think Dallas is a really good park. It's a lot bigger, and it has kind of the same charm as over Georgia. I don't know if the rides are necessarily as good, but there's more.
Dan, just think I have a friend that I used to work with in Chicago
Mm-hmm.
that she works in a company. I don't know what the company is, but the company is located almost right next to Six Flags in Dallas. So when she drives down to get in, and when she looks out her office, she sees a roller coaster. Wouldn't that be cool?
Mm-hmm. And the other number one, or the other honorable mention that I have is, I'm not going. I'm not going to say Six Flags Over Georgia, even though they have one. So instead, I'm going to do Six Flags Great Adventure. Sky Ride. And, knowing me, I am a huge thing of like, remove Six Flags Great America rides. If they're at other parks, I have to make sure that I ride them.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sky Ride at Great Adventure uses the cars that...
Make sure you record both. The cars that what?
Uses the Sky Ride cars that Great America had. I'm not sure. I think it's the Delta Flyer Eagles Flight ones. So I think that was really cool. And but yeah, they used the cars from it because when the park had to update and get new safety things,
Hmm.
the old cars that they had were very heavy, and so if they added bars to them, that would make them much heavier. While Great Americas were much lighter, and as a result, they could add the bars while at the same time weighing about the same as a regular Skyride car. Then, uh, let's see, are there any others? I could say Colossus at Six Flags St. Louis, a giant 180-foot Ferris wheel. Oh, when was the last time you went to St. Louis?
Jeez, how long has it been?
2004, 2002.
It's been like 2002.
Mm. Well, they have a ride there called Excalibur, which is a lot of fun. I have no idea how to describe it. The best I can is that it's kind of like Revolution, except it goes upside down.
Mm.
That's the best way I can describe it. It's one of only a couple of rides in the world of its kind. Uh, oh dang it! I've got another honorable mention. Also from I'll do Six Flags New England for this one. Houdini: The Great Escape. Do you know what that type of attraction is?
No, I don't.
Basically what it is it's a large indoor attraction where you're kind of in like River Rocker. It's kind of like River Rocker in terms of like how the ride goes, but it's much wider. Um, so you're kind of like this, and then you slowly go from side to side as the. Can someone get that? Then you then as you're rocking back and forth gently, the room around you and all of the scenery spins. So in one it looks like you're going like much higher than you really are. In another one it looks like you're upside down. In another it looks like it's back to normal. And it does that. And it does it in the dark. So you don't have a clear idea exactly where you are. So those are the top 3 rides uh that I think Six Flags Great America or from other Six Flags parks that Great America should add, and those are your 3 as well.
Correct.
Um, I really doubt they'll add some of these rides, especially since the manufacturers have passed away and are no longer in business. But hopefully, we can get a Sky Screamer. Hopefully, we can get a Giant Discovery, and I don't think we'll get a Scooby Doo ride. Hey, you
I
can.
want a giant Ferris wheel.
They have a Scooby Doo ride at Fiesta, Texas.
I want a giant Ferris wheel at Great America.
So anyway, people, that's my top 3. That's KD's top 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Um, thanks for this special episode of the Carousel Show. Uh, I'm Coaster Cat, aka Roller Coaster Rider.
KD.
Bye, and have a and like, comment, and subscribe.